Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. PNL Patreon family, big up on yourself. And if you are not yet a member of the PNL Patreon family, click on the link in the description below, go over to Patreon and sign up. And for those who are asking, how do I sign up to Patreon? There is a link in the description. It's www.patreon.com/Popeye News Links. All you have to do is click on the link, then follow the instructions. Now, over on Patreon, we post contents that we cannot post on YouTube. And being a part of the PNL Patreon family is your way of contributing to this channel on a monthly basis. PNL Patreon family, enough respect. Thanks for the support. So, I had planned on taking the day off today, but from 6 o'clock this evening, I started getting messages asking me, Popeye, when I get no news today. So, here I am. Better late than never. In the first incident, a man and his girlfriend, they were arrested and charged in Trelawney early this morning. We are told that the Trelawney police, they carried out a raid at Lagwood Walk in the Duncans police area in the parish of Trelawney. A one-bedroom apartment was searched. We are told that the man and his girlfriend, they were at home. During the search, the police are alleging that they found 2 lead sheets and 4 cellular phones. They contained names, telephone numbers, and addresses for persons living overseas. The police are also saying that other identity information were also found in the apartment. As a result, the couple, they were charged for breaches of the Law Reform Act. In layman's term, they were arrested and charged for lottery scamming charges. They are Romaine Martin. He is popularly known as BJ. He is 28 years old, and his girlfriend, Mickema Bernard. She is a 30 years old bartender. So both of them, they'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next incident, there was a big operation in the Lennox Big Goods area of Darliston in the parish of Westmoreland early yesterday morning. We are told that police officers from the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force of the JCF were involved in this operation. And yes, they bingo. A highly vegetated area was searched and 1 blue plastic container was seen. It was searched and 87 9mm cartridges was found in it. A black plastic bag was also seen and searched, and 1 black and silver Smith & Wesson Springfield .40 caliber pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 10 rounds of 9mm cartridges plus an additional 8.40 cartridges were found. 1 crocus bag was also seen and searched, and it was found to contain 1 black PA-15 7.62 caliber assault rifle. It was affixed with a magazine containing 9 rounds of 7.62 cartridges. We are told that there were no arrests in connection with this find, but we are also told that the police, they are taking a number of persons in police custody for processing. Congratulations to the police for this good piece of work. And intelligencers, big up on a nice, clean self. Job well done. Now, this incident, it took place last night, Thursday, February 23, 2023, about some minutes after 10 o'clock. It took place along the Rosal Main Road in the parish of St. James. We are learning that a man, his name is Mr. Stennett Agustust Blackwood. He is 58 years old and he lived at Little River in the Lilliput area of St. James. Stennett, he was driving a white 2008 Honda Fit motorcar along the Rosal Main Road. We are told that he was traveling in a westerly direction. He was traveling from Lilliput towards Ironshore direction. On reaching less than 200 meters away from the entrance to the Montego Bay Convention Center, Stennett, he ended up losing control of the car, and we are told that Stennett, him did at the road. He was traveling very fast. The car, it ran off the road and fell in a ditch. It then began to roll over along the dirt embankment. During this time, Stennett, he was thrown from the car, and it appears as if Stennett, he died on the spot. Now, earlier, I dropped a photo of Stennett over on Patreon. The car, it continued to overturn, coming to a stop some distance away from where Stennett was thrown from it. If you look on your screen, there is a photograph of what is left of Stennett's car. It was extensively damaged. Sad indeed. This next incident, it took place at Bellas Gate in the parish of Clarendon. So this is what we are learning. A man, his name is Mr. Winston Nelson. He is 73 years old and he was a farmer. Mr. Nelson, he lived at Bellas Gate in the parish of Clarendon. What we are told is that Mr. Nelson, like I said, he's a farmer. He earned his living from his crops. He plant ground provisions and sell them to vendors who would then sell them in the market. For a while now, Mr. Nelson's crop was being eaten down by goats. Mr. Nelson, he had been complaining about the goats, but the owner, our owners, they did nothing about it. Well, over the weekend, Mr. Nelson, he went to his farm and he saw some goats eating down his crop. Mr. Nelson, he held one of the goats and tied it up. He then made an alarm and announced that the owner should come for the goat because the owner will have to pay him for his crop. No owner turned up. What did Mr. Nelson do next? We are told that he used a machete and made one chop, taking off the goat's head clean. Well, Tuesday night, February 21, about 11 o'clock, residents of the area in which Mr. Nelson lived, they heard gunshots being fired. I'm not sure if anyone called the police, but the next morning, Ash Wednesday, February 22, about 8 o'clock, Mr. Winston Nelson, age 73 years old, who lived alone, he was found at his home with gunshot wounds to his chest and right hand. Mr. Nelson appeared to have died from the previous night. When the police processed this crime scene, 4 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one. You see, all the time we hear people saying, FLA must give business people firearm license. But then, them do all kind of foolishness to show that FLA has valid reasons not to just give people guns willy-nilly. This one took place this morning at Sentance Bay in the parish of Senton. Hear this now. Now, before I tell you about this incident, bear with me for a second. People, brace yourself. There are gonna be long lines at ATMs across Jamaica because most of the banks, they are taking up the ATMs they had on the outside. In some parishes, you can now only use ATMs at the banks. This is due to the ATM robberies that have been taking place in recent times across Jamaica. Well, this morning, a group of persons, they were standing in line at an ATM in Sentence Bay. A man, his name is Mr. Vincent George Phillips. Mr. Phillips is 72 years old and he's a retiree. He lived at Forest District in Bamboo in the parish of Senton. We are told that Mr. Phillips, he went to the line and cut everybody and went straight to the front of the line. The persons in the line, they started arguing with him, telling him to wait his turn. Mr. Phillips, he went in front of a lady and the lady pushed him away. We are told that Mr. Phillips, He then used a bag he had in his hand to hit the woman on her hand. A licensed firearm holder who was also waiting in the line, he intervened, and it is alleged that Mr. Phillips, he swung the same bag and tried to hit the man in his face. It is said that the licensed firearm holder, he used one of his hands to block the bag. It is also said that 72-year-old retiree Mr. Phillips, he continued to use the bag to hit the licensed firearm holder. What did the licensed firearm holder do next? No, he never tried to hold on to the bag and grab the bag away from Mr. Phillips. He didn't try to move away from the old man. What did he do? He drew his gun. Bam! Killing 72-year-old retiree Mr. Phillips on the spot. The police, they had reported that they took the licensed firearm holder in police custody. But the big question is, will this man be charged? Because all of that is going to depend on whether eyewitnesses give the police statements. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when we turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah.